Graph Inc. is your printing solution nationwide and the only place I do my printing business. Hello everyone, it's me, Joey Dean. When I need business cards, flyers, banners, or even just graphic design, I call my friends at Graph Inc. They can print you pretty much anything and have it arrive at your door in short order. Scale tickets, carbon sheets, or whatever you need printed. The professionals at Graph Inc. will make sure that you're putting your best foot forward. They're a 24/7 printer too, so don't worry if it's 7 p.m. on a Friday. They will still make sure you're taken care of. Find them online at gigc.us. The only place I trust for my printing needs is Graph Inc. First National Bank in Cimarron is more than just ATMs and checking accounts. First National Bank also offers online banking with bill pay, savings accounts, IRAs, CDs, safe deposit boxes, debit cards, and an experienced loan department, specializing in agriculture, commercial, personal, home mortgages, and refinancing loans. See them in Cimarron and Eagles, or visit them at www.fnbcimarron.com. First National Bank in Cimarron and Ingalls, serving our community since 1929. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Heard of a pub crawl? How about a cocoa crawl?
Ho, ho, ho!
Join the Cimarron Community Empowerment Board for a heartwarming community event. Sip, stroll, and support local Cimarron businesses Tuesday, December 2nd from 3:30 to 6. Just $5 to register early or day of at the Cimarron City Hall. You'll receive a blackout board, and if you hit every stop and reach the Cimarron Rec Center to meet Santa with a blacked out board, you'll get a free prize.
Ho, ho, ho!
The first 50 people to register get to play for free thanks to Mayor Benton. Register early at the Cimarron City Hall. It's the Cimarron Cocoa Crawl, Tuesday, December 2nd from 3:30 to 6 p.m.
Ho, ho, ho! I'll see you there! You may not know this yet, but your weekend breakfast spot is about to be the same place you take the family out of an evening. That's right, we're talking about Golden Corral, the same buffet that serves steak, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and everything else you love. Transforms on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings from 8 to 11 to the best breakfast buffet around. Omelet station, hash browns, breakfast casserole, waffles, cinnamon rolls, biscuits, and gravy. Oh man, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Of course you can visit Golden Corral all week long, and you should. But if you really want to get your day going, you want to stop in for breakfast at Golden Corral, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning. Or go to goldencorral.com and order GC on the go anytime. Golden Corral, 1727 East Kansas Plaza in Garden City. At Bank 7, they believe that if you help build a stronger community, you build a stronger bank. They're committed to acting with the highest level of integrity in everything they do and in every relationship with their customers. Whether you want a one-on-one relationship with your banker or 24/7 mobile banking access, Bank 7 in Montezuma or Copeland is there for you. For more info, visit bank7.com. Bank 7, their best investment is you. Member FDIC. Bank 7 is a proud supporter of the South Gray Rebels.
Hello everyone, it's me Harrison, and I want to tell you about Spike's Cafe. Have you tried them out yet? If not, then you are missing out. Not only do they have fantastic breakfast and awesome lunch specials, but they also cater and have a food truck. So there is no excuses for not eating Spike's Cafe. They are open Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And on Ingles Home Football Friday, they stay open until 6. So go visit them today on Main Street or visit them on Facebook. Spike's Cafe, only in Ingles, Kansas.
If you need a place to cash your paycheck or are looking for a little extra cash, stop by AAA Pawn and Armory. AAA Pawn and Armory has a wide selection of slightly used items such as TVs, guitars, golf clubs, tools, jewelry, and more. They also have a large inventory of rifles, shotguns, and handguns, as well as ammo in stock. So whether you are looking for your next firearm, TV, or other item, or you just need to cash a check or pawn something for a little extra money, don't go anywhere but AAA Pawn and Armory, 132 West Kansas Avenue in Garden City. What is up, benchwarmers? It is Right in the Pine right here on Dry River Radio. Let me fix that real quick. That wasn't okay. It's fixed for the most part. Most of everything works around here, except for me, of course. That's not going to change. It is Riding the Pine here on a Friday. Happy Friday to you. Joe Dean hanging out in the air chair here in wonderful Ingalls, Kansas. It is chilly today. Woo-wee! It is a little bit chilly out there. A little bit rainy still. I thought the rain was supposed to get out of here, but the cloudiness keeps it that rain feel. That fall rain feel. I enjoy this weather. This is my type of weather right here. I will take this over 80 plus degrees any day of the week, and twice on Sunday. I love this. 40s, 50s, anywhere really between 45 and 75. That's my sweet spot. That's where I'm happiest. I like long sleeves. I like jacket weather. I have vests that I like to wear. So that's the perfect temperature for me. It gets up over 80, I start complaining. It gets over 90, I complain a lot more. It gets over 100, I'm outright awful to be around. I am mean. I am angry. Probably because I'm fat and everything is sweaty. And that's not good. Not good for anybody. I will hang out right in that 40-degree mark. And then up to like 70 degrees. That's perfect. It's been really nice here of late. I'm not complaining at all about what the weather's been lately. It has been a fantastic fall. Terrifies me about winter because once it gets below 40, then I start having a little bit of a problem with it. You know, it's the other direction. I will take 0 degrees over 100 degrees 100%. Do not have to ask me twice. I will answer before you even finish the damn question. I am not doing 100 degrees if I have the choice. I will do 0 degrees happily over 100 degrees, but I will still complain. I am a red-blooded American. It is my right to complain about things that I 100% and nobody else can control. It is nobody's fault that it's 100 degrees out or 0 degrees out, but I'm going to complain about it anyway because that is my right as an American to do that. That's what they fought for, right? Yeah, something like that. Either way, I'm a little bit afraid of this winter because as nice as it's been, you know Mother Nature's like, she's got one hand behind her back. She's like, you don't know what's coming. You just don't know. It's coming though. You're not gonna like it. It's gonna be bad for you. So that's my fear. That winter is gonna be old man winter is just gonna storm in, pissed off, and we'll deal with that. But either way, I was talking to H actually last night. He remembers one blizzard that he's been through, and I informed him that he's in fact been through two. Where we had the power go out and we huddled in the bedroom where the gas fireplace is, and that kept us all safe and warm. And the preparations that I made pre-blizzard each time, I was explaining to him because, you know, we don't have a generator. We don't necessarily need a generator. It would be nice to have a generator, but then that's more, you got to get gasoline for the generator, you got to do this. Unless I would like to set up a natural gas one. I know some natural gas companies, I haven't looked if mine does it, but some of them have generators that run off natural gas that kick on when your power goes out. So you don't even have to worry about it. It's already hooked up with the gas, so everything just keeps flowing. But I haven't looked to see if my gas provider does that or not, but either way, I don't really, it's not a necessity for me to use maybe one time a year. I don't really have a need for a generator any other time. You know, you could think, I guess maybe I could play more remote shows as a musician if I had a generator, but I don't want to do that anyway, so, and plus I have an inverter for the car, so it doesn't bother me to be without a generator. Some people, you know, that's how they prepare for the blizzard. They cannot do it. Cannot be without electricity for 5 minutes. You got to have that Wi-Fi. I was good without that. And that's what I'm teaching my son as well through these blizzards. And so I was explaining to him everything that I do. I prepare, you know, gallons of water. Just stockpiled and, you know, non-perishable food items that We can heat up. We've got a gas stove, so I can turn the gas stove on and cook food. And we've got a propane stove that I can always use as well if I need to. And the batteries for the transistor radio, the battery packs to recharge our phones and things. Make sure they're charged up. All the little things, batteries in the flashlights. And he's like, man, that's a lot of work, Dad. I'm like, yeah, but in the long term, we get to reuse all those things. There's a tornado warning. We've got batteries in the flashlight already. We've got water stored in the shelter. We've got things that you need to survive whatever situation. And people are so reliant on electricity and Wi-Fi, and that being the answer. I was talking with Deb Euler yesterday during community brunch, which will air tomorrow right here on Ridin the Pine, or right here on Dry River Radio, not on Ridin the Pine, which I will get to sports here in a minute. But I was talking to Deb about the internet and how much more patient she is than me. Because people will call looking for information that is easily Googleable, and they refuse to do the research on their own, to take that extra step to figure something out on their own. And it's just like that. You take the internet away from them, people can't figure things out on their own, and it's so damn frustrating. So I am happy to be prepared already for the blizzard that I think is coming with the weather this winter. There you go. There's some non-sports talk for you here on this Friday, as you didn't want it, but you get it, my opinion anyway, when it comes to weather and being prepared and what the ideal temperature is. I know that I have friends that love 100 degrees. I do not. I can't. Nope. Not this guy. Not this guy. Not in the least. I love baseball, but 100 degrees at the baseball stadium, standing or sitting there in the press box just boiling. No, I'm good. I don't need to do that. I can prove I'm a man in different ways than that. Either way, it is a Football Friday. We don't have a game here on Dry River Radio today, but we have football around the area. Some area teams still in play. Ingles ended up losing last weekend, 60-26 to Weskin. Really, they lost to Carson Wright. That kid was absolutely phenomenal. 8 touchdowns. I think he had over 400 and some yards. Just incredible performance from him. It's going to be really tough for South Barber to take him down tonight. However, it is at Weskin, so that is an advantage for the Coyotes, as the Chieftains have to travel all the way up to Weskin. That's a nice long drive for them, because it's 2.5 hours for me. It's probably 2 hours, I'd say, to Kiowa at least. 115 to 2.5 maybe to Kiowa from Ingles. So you're looking at about 5 hours on the bus for South Barber. That's a long ways to go to play a football game that may end up ending at halftime, because Weskin's really, really good. And when they figured out Ingles, which didn't take very long last week, once they figured Ingles out, they were unstoppable. And really, Carson was outstanding. Carson Wright was unstoppable himself. On the other side of that 6-man bracket in Cunningham, the Wildcats will host Tesket, as that will be the other semifinal game, and then the winner will move on to the state finals. So that's where 6-man sits. Ingles, great season from the Bulldogs this year. It was a lot of fun to watch them. The cool thing is they only graduate like 3 or 4 guys, so they're going to be pretty good next year as well. And there's a couple of Steinmetz, I think, was a senior. They're going to miss him, but some of the other guys, just juniors on that team. And so that's going to be a lot of fun to follow the Ingles Bulldogs next season in 6-man as well. In 8-man Division II, area school Hodgman County will go to Victoria. Hodgman County was up there next to Ingles, who was in Westcan. Hodgman County was in Sharon Springs, which is about 15 miles or so to the east of Westcan. And Hodgman County went to overtime before they finally took out Wallace County 34-28. So the Longhorns will move on. They will face Victoria. Always a tough test. Victoria 36-22 winners over Hutch Central Christian. So that game will be at Victoria for a chance to go to the state championship. On the other side of that bracket, Axel will go to Hanover. So that'll be 8-man Division 2. Hodgman County still alive in that. Another area school that's still alive, 8-man Division 1. South Central will go to Hill City tonight. The Timberwolves ended up beating Wichita County last week 36-28. That was a very, very good game. And the Timberwolves continue their Cinderella season. They will go to Hill City, who took down Wakini Trigo 58-36. That's going to be a really tough one for South Central, going all the way up to Hill City. We're talking about long drives. That's probably another one that's about 5 hours or so for South Central to go up to Hill City. It's a long ways across the state of Kansas. People don't realize even north to south, it is a long distance. It might not be that bad. It's probably 3 hours. Let me look here. Now I'm curious because I know the South Barber one's a long ways. That one's more diagonal. But Hill City, Kansas, not South Dakota. There we go. But let's see here how far it is from Coldwater to Hill City. Straight up 283, 3 hours. All right. And then from Kiowa. Oh, come on, computer. Anybody else have that happen where it just decides to do whatever it wants? It happens to me like all the time. Kiowa to Westcan is 4 hours and 57 minutes, so 5 hours like I thought. That is quite the journey to play a high school football game. So, yeah, South Central 3-hour trip up to Hill City to play Hill City. On the other side of that bracket in 8-man Division 1, Sylvan Lucas is at Lincoln. That will be for 8-man Division 1. Nobody else in the area still alive as far as the smaller schools and all that. Now in 5A, on the outskirts of our coverage area of southwest Kansas, Great Bend will host Salina Central. And Salina Central had to battle against Salina South, who had a Cinderella playoff. But Central beat their rivals. Now they will go to Great Bend, who has had an incredible season in 5A. Baser Linwood will host St. James Academy on the other side of the 5A bracket. Other than that, nobody in southwest Kansas still alive. Just Hodgman County, South Central, and Great Bend. And South Central and Great Bend are getting closer to the edge of what you would consider southwest Kansas. In fact, Coldwater, more of the central, hence the name South Central, more of the central considerations. I don't know. There's a lot of different definitions of what southwest Kansas is, or western Kansas really is, because I see that debate all the time. And to me, it's kind of, 183. Isn't that the one? I think that's the one that I'm thinking of. Let me look here. 281. That's what it is. So 281 from Pratt to Great Bend is usually considered in a lot of scholarships that you can apply for college. Use that 281 demarcation, as everything west of that is western Kansas. A lot of people say Larned, everything west of Larned. For me, it's more 183, Coldwater all the way up north to Hayes. That line, Phillipsburg, Hayes, Coldwater, right through Greensburg. That's for me, the western Kansas. That's western, and then everything to the east of that is more central Kansas, until you get over to Highway 75-ish, or no, Highway 77, sorry. Then it becomes more eastern Kansas. But I don't know, western Kansas is very big, no matter how you slice it, and there's a lot of different definitions of what western Kansas is, but our coverage area kind of goes there to Comanche County and then up toward Hayes. So really just a couple of western Kansas schools still alive in the high school football playoffs for 2025. We will kick our high school basketball in the first week of December. Be looking at our Facebook page, as we will keep you up to date on what exactly our schedule is going to be. A few changes have been made in the last couple of days, but we're getting it lined out, and we're ready to bring you some high school basketball. Lots of Ingalls, as well as South Gray. There's some Cimarron in there. Lots of Gray County in the high school basketball coverage, and then we go out of Gray County as well. But lots of Gray County in basketball. So be looking forward to that. Of course, go like us on Facebook at Ridin the Pine Radio or Dry River Radio on Facebook, and go like those, and we'll keep you up to date on what the schedule is going to be. Shout out, by the way, to my friends at Spike's Cafe. They're hanging out today. It is lunchtime, and they've got the patty melt on specials. So if you're hungry, you've still got a little bit of time. A couple hours, actually, 2.5 hours or so before they close. So hurry to Spike's Cafe, 106 North Main in Ingalls, or South Main, 106 South Main, I think it is. Either way, it's right there on Main Street. You can't miss it. It's Spike's Cafe, only in Ingalls, Kansas. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about some college sports. KU and K-State both in action this weekend. We'll talk a little NFL as well, as the Chiefs outside looking in on the NFL playoffs. All that coming up right here on Ridin the Pine. It's presented by AAA Pond and Armory. You can join the show. Shoot me a text, 620-222-0898. Graph Inc. is your printing solution nationwide and the only place I do my printing business. Hello everyone, it's me, Joey Dean. When I need business cards, flyers, banners, or even just graphic design, I call on my friends at Graph Inc. They can print you pretty much anything and have it arrive at your door in short order. Scale tickets, carbon sheets, or whatever you need printed. The professionals at Graph Inc. will make sure that you're putting your best foot forward. They're a 24/7 printer too, so don't worry if it's 7 p.m. on a Friday. They will still make sure you're taken care of. Find them online at gigc.us. The only place I trust for my printing needs is Graph Inc. First National Bank in Cimarron is more than just ATMs and checking accounts. First National Bank also offers online banking with bill pay, savings accounts, IRAs, CDs, safe deposit boxes, debit cards, and an experienced loan department, specializing in agriculture, commercial, personal, home mortgages, and refinancing loans. See them in Cimarron and Ingalls, or visit them at www.fnbcimarron.com. First National Bank in Cimarron and Ingalls, serving our community since 1929. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Heard of a pub crawl? How about a cocoa crawl?
Ho, ho, ho!
Join the Cimarron Community Empowerment Board for a heartwarming community event. Sip, stroll, and support local Cimarron businesses Tuesday, December 2nd from 3:30 to 6. Just $5 to register early or day of at the Cimarron City Hall. You'll receive a blackout board, and if you hit every stop and reach the Cimarron Rec Center to meet Santa with a blacked out board, you'll get a free prize.
Ho, ho, ho!
The first 50 people to register get to play for free thanks to Mayor Benton. Register early at the Cimarron City Hall. It's the Cimarron Cocoa Crawl, Tuesday, December 2nd from 3:30 to 6 p.m.
Ho, ho, ho! I'll see you there! You may not know this yet, but your weekend breakfast spot is about to be the same place you take the family out of an evening. That's right, we're talking about Golden Corral. The same buffet that serves steak, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and everything else you love. transforms on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings from 8 to 11 to the best breakfast buffet around. Omelet Station, hash browns, breakfast casserole, waffles, cinnamon rolls, biscuits, and gravy. Oh man, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Of course, you can visit Golden Corral all week long, and you should. But if you really want to get your day going, you want to stop in for breakfast at Golden Corral Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning, or go to goldencorral.com and order GC on the go anytime. Golden Corral, 1727 East Kansas Plaza in Garden City. At Bank 7, they believe that if you help build a stronger community, you build a stronger bank. They're committed to acting with the highest level of integrity in everything they do and in every relationship with their customers. Whether you want a one-on-one relationship with your banker or 24/7 mobile banking access, Bank 7 in Montezuma or Copeland is there for you. For more info, visit bank7.com. Bank 7, their best investment is you. Member FDIC. Bank 7 is a proud supporter of the South Gray Rebels.
Hello everyone, it's me Harrison, and I want to tell you about Spike's Cafe. Have you tried them out yet? If not, then you are missing out. Not only do they have fantastic breakfast and awesome lunch specials, but they also cater and have a food truck. So there is no excuses for not eating Spike's Cafe. They are open Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And on Ingles Home Football Friday, they stay open until 6. So go visit them today on Main Street or visit them on Facebook. Spike's Cafe, only in Ingles, Kansas.
If you need a place to cash your paycheck or are looking for a little extra cash, stop by AAA Pawn and Armory. AAA Pawn and Armory has a wide selection of slightly used items such as TVs, guitars, golf clubs, tools, jewelry, and more. They also have a large inventory of rifles, shotguns, and handguns, as well as ammo in stock. So whether you are looking for your next firearm, TV, or other item, or you just need to cash a check or pawn something for a little extra money, don't go anywhere but AAA Pawn and Armory, 132 West Kansas Avenue in Garden City.
Answering text messages during the break. Always fun. Rob and the band talking to me. We don't play this weekend. It's kind of weird to not have a show on a weekend, but we don't play this weekend. We actually have a band practice instead tomorrow here in Ingles, so I'm going to be cooking up some food, but trying to make plans for our next show, which will be December 6th in Ridin, Kansas at the 1890 Ice House. It's up by Topeka. Nice 5.5 hours, speaking of long drives, 5.5 hours to Topeka from Ingles, and we play up there. And so I'm trying to figure out where we're staying and all that. We found an Airbnb, and I was trying to pull the trigger on it. And so I needed everybody to be like, yeah, I'm good with that, or no, blah, 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 for whatever stupid reason. Nobody had any stupid reasons, though. Everybody was good with it. But I try to, as much as it is, quote-unquote, my band or whatever, and I'm the boss, I guess. I don't know. I try to include everybody in my decisions. So then, there's less complaining when everybody has a say. There's still complaining. We still have Steve as a drummer. And so there's still complaining. My wife still goes with us. So there's still plenty of complaining to go around. But and the weather's not always perfect. So sometimes I'm the one complaining. But yeah, it's always fun trying to plan out these trips with the band and the family. And here in a couple of weeks, I'll be in Lindsborg. I play Belle Plaine Friday night, Lindsborg Saturday night in December. And I've been trying to get my mother-in-law up to Lindsborg for Christmas time for years now because she loves Christmas decorations, lights, all that. She's never been there. And never been there outside of Christmas either. But I'm like, hey, if your first time going to Lindsborg, you have a choice. Christmas time is the time to do it. It is absolutely magical. It's like a town out of one of those Hallmark movies. That's what Lindsborg is at Christmas time. And so she's going to flip because I already told her that that's what she's doing, and then she's already forgotten twice. So I'm just going to go ahead and take care of all the hotel room and everything for her and my father-in-law. They don't have a choice. They're just going to show up. and I'll have it all taken care of. But they get to experience Lindsborg at Christmas time. That's going to be pretty cool to see their faces. He's going to think it's a cool little town. She's going to be all goo goo gaga over the lights and prettiness, and it's a beautiful town anyway. And then the shopping. There's that as well. Her and her daughter are going to have a blast in Lindsborg that night. But yeah, all that coming up in December with the band. You can always check out what we're doing outside of just Dry River Radio. Dry River Radio, Ridin the Pine, that's pretty standard. You know what's coming each and every day with that. But as far as Dry River Entertainment and Jody and the Dry River Band, you can always check out our website, dryriverservices.com. Has all that underneath it. And if you want to book something, if you want to book for a DJ for a party or a band for a party or whatever, you can do that through there as well. Or if you want to order a rock, got limestone rocks that we carve as well. You can do that through the website as well, dryriverservices.com. If you want to join Ridin the Pine, text me 620-290-7210. Last week was very interesting in college football. Clemson upset Louisville. That was one of the ranked teams that fell 20-19, Clemson over Louisville. Indiana just continued their run. They're now 11-0. Texas A&M beat South Carolina barely. They had an epic comeback to stay unbeaten at 10-0 as they beat South Carolina 31-30. That was in College Station too. That's what I don't. They just didn't show up in the first half. 21 points in the third quarter, though, for the Aggies. They scored a touchdown in the fourth to seal the deal. Oklahoma upset Alabama 23-20. I called that, by the way, on last week's show. I said Oklahoma would beat Alabama. They did with a field goal late. Georgia beat Texas in a ranked matchup 35-10. I got that one right as well, by the way. Texas Tech kept rolling. Ole Miss thumped Florida. Notre Dame rolled over Pittsburgh. BYU kept rolling. BYU, by the way, getting absolutely zero respect in the standings. It's just unreal. Utah getting more respect than they probably deserve. They won big last week as well. Georgia Tech barely got by Boston College. Boston College was 1-9 going into that game. And Georgia Tech barely beat them 36-34. 19 fourth quarter points for the Yellow Jackets to get that victory. USC almost upset by Iowa. It took a fourth quarter touchdown to get past Iowa, who led real big. They led 21-10 at halftime. And I was celebrating that because I called for the upset of Iowa over USC. Didn't happen, but it came very close to happening. Northwestern nearly took down Michigan. Who's got the 24-22 win. Michigan 8-2, ranked number 18 in the nation. And Navy upset South Florida, called that one as well. 41-38, the Midshipmen with that one. And Arizona upset Cincinnati. I called that one as well. 30-24, Arizona over Cincinnati. So Arizona and Cincinnati both 7-3 on the season. K-State last week, they took on Oklahoma State, and that was one of the ugliest games I've ever listened to / watched. I listened to most of it. I watched a little bit of it. It was absolutely god-awful. That was, wow. It was 7-6 at halftime, 14-6. K-State ends up winning. I don't know how else to explain it than the word awful. And I don't even think that tells you how bad that game really was. Just wow. But Kansas State moves to 5-5. That's the good thing for the Wildcats because they have Utah this week, but they have Colorado the week after, so they can still get bowl eligible. I don't think that they're going to beat Utah. They could. They have the talent to do it. But I don't think they will. I think Utah gets the win this week over the Wildcats. But I also think that they'll take care of business next week against Colorado and get to 6-6 and get to a bowl game, which the way this season started, K-State fans are probably thankful to get back to a bowl game. Kansas, on the other hand, they're in trouble. They got Iowa State, which they can beat. That is a beatable Iowa State team. K-State should have beat them. KU can beat them. A win against Iowa State would get the Jayhawks bowl eligible, which would be huge. They needed the win 2 weeks ago against Arizona, didn't get it. They've given away win after win this year that could have gotten them over the hump and to 6 wins at least, which the fan base, that's all they want this year. That's all Jayhawk fans want is just a bowl game. Come on. The expectations were up here. This should have been a team toward the top of the conference standings, not in the middle of them. And KU did not deliver. But KU fans are forgiving. You know, it's not like other teams where you're expected to be in the championship conversation, and when you don't, it's just a letdown of a season and blah, 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 blah. K-State fans, some of them were on suicide watch a couple of weeks ago because this season was supposed to be, you know, Avery Johnson's coming out party, and it's been a struggle. And a lot of things have contributed to that. But the Wildcats, you know, just underachieved all season long, and they can still get a bowl game. And K-State fans are going to be thankful for a bowl game, but there's going to be a lot of talk of, man, we should have been. KU fans are going to be like, whoo, we're going to a bowl game. Are you kidding me? This is awesome. Now you spoil them with, 5-6 years of bowl games, then the expectation is going to be bowl game or more. Just getting a bowl game will be expected. That's the way it is at K-State. You're expected to get 6 wins. Most of these schools, a lot of these schools, 6 wins is the expectation. That's the baseline. If you get less than 6 wins, that's not okay. And whereas, KU, we're just praying for that 6th win every single season, it seems. It shouldn't be that way, but it is. But KU, chance to get into bowl eligibility by beating Iowa State this weekend. Tomorrow, actually, FS1, 11 a.m. That game will be on FS1. I'll have it on here in the studio for the guys because we will have band practice starting at 11 a.m. So I'm going to be rocking and chalking during band practice. You betcha. K-State plays at 3 o'clock tomorrow, ESPN 2. That is at Utah. Utah ranked number 12. This would be a huge win for K-State this year. And they can do it. Avery Johnson hasn't been terrible. He's had a lot of growing pains. He's had flashes of just greatness. I still think that he's going to improve throughout this year, and next year he's going to be even better. But, the Wildcats could really use this victory as just a shot in the arm, a big boost for them. And then beating Colorado next week, get to 7 wins, be 7-5. That's a lot more respectable. Something about that line of demarcation of 6-6 and 7-5. Whereas you look at a 7-5 team and you're like, yeah, all right, they're pretty good season. 6-6, you're like, oh man, it's an okay season, I guess. 6-6, man, that's the best you could do. It's just 1 win difference, but it's huge, especially when it comes to recruiting. And if KU, loses the next 2, which is possible, and they end up 5-7, K-State ends up 7-5. K-State goes and talks to those in-state recruits, say we're 2 games better, and we've beat them 16 straight times. So it's huge to get these wins, especially late. And to get one over a ranked team on the road would be even bigger for Coach Kleiman. So we'll see what K-State does, 3 o'clock ESPN 2. Other games going on in the Big 12 tomorrow. Noon on TNT, Baylor at 5-5 at 7-3 Arizona. So Baylor trying to get bowl eligible against Arizona. 3 o'clock on Fox, 6-4 TCU at 8-2 Houston. Houston having a good year. They're ranked number 23. They can take out TCU and get to 9 wins. How about these teams? Cincinnati, Houston, the newcomers to the league, having some great seasons. Oklahoma State 1-9, nearly took out K-State last week. They go to UCF, who has to win their final two in order to get bowl eligible. And UCF has Oklahoma State and then number 11 BYU on the road for their final two games. So not really a great chance of that happening for UCF, but the Knights take on Oklahoma State tomorrow, 3 o'clock, ESPN Plus. 7 o'clock tomorrow night on Fox. This is going to be a good one. Number 11 BYU at 7-3 Cincinnati. Cincinnati was ranked as recently as last week. They've had a great season. They'll take on a BYU team that's just not getting respect at all. It's crazy. You look at them compared to like Notre Dame or Oregon, they have the better resume. And we'll talk a little bit about resumes here in just a second when we get to some of the other games going on tomorrow. But BYU's got a pretty good resume. This would be another good, solid win, beating a team like Cincinnati on the road for the Cougars. So BYU definitely needs this victory. I think this will help them. I think BYU wins out in the regular season. They go to 11-1. I don't think it matters what happens in the Big 12 title game. I think BYU at least gets an at-large to the tournament. But these wins are big. These games, like I said, are big down the stretch. Arizona State, who nearly lost last week, they are at Colorado. Number 25, Arizona State. That's at 7 o'clock on ESPN2 from Boulder. Other games this week in college football, there's not a lot of really, really good matchups unless you're looking at number 3 Texas A&M, who's 10-0, hosting that powerhouse of a program, the Samford Bulldogs, who will come in at 1-10. Georgia, at number 4 in the country, is 9-1. They will host 1-9 Charlotte. That just intense scheduling of SEC teams late in the season when they throw that random non-conference in and they put in the powerhouses of Samford and Charlotte against their top teams. I don't want to hear about the strength of the SEC anymore. I don't want to. I don't care. It is a BS excuse. And every time I see the rankings that people put together, the talking heads of ESPN and such who have contracts with the SEC, it's very apparent that they have contracts. Do not tell me that Texas A&M and Georgia are playing a tougher game than BYU down the stretch. They're not. Hell, they're not even playing a tougher game than Texas Tech down the stretch. They have the week off. I mean, come on. But yeah, that's a couple of other games going on. There are, like I said, a couple of good matchups. Number 22, Missouri at 11 on ABC at number 8, Oklahoma. Oklahoma trying to stay in that conversation for an at-large bid. Losing to Missouri could hurt that a lot. Beating Missouri can help that a lot. This is one of those that you can't lose. At home against a lower-ranked team, you're supposed to win these games if you're Oklahoma. That's where the proof comes in the pudding right there. Number 15, USC, 2:30 on CBS at number 7, Oregon. Both these teams, USC trying to get back into the conversation for the playoff. Oregon trying to stay one of the top teams that are kind of on the edge, I guess, on the fringes. When you start really breaking it down, like I said, BYU's got a better resume. This would be a big feather in the cap for Oregon, though, to beat USC. Even though it's a home game, still be a big feather in the cap for the Ducks. Other games of note, Temple and Tulane. 5-5 Temple looking to get bowl eligible at home against 8-2 Tulane, who's ranked number 24. Tulane, one of those teams that's looking to snag a playoff spot, is the highest ranked group of 5 team. And right now the Green Wave are that team. That's 2:45 on ESPNU. TCU and Houston, I already talked about that one. That's going to be a pretty good game. 7-3 Pittsburgh, 6 o'clock on ESPN at number 16 Georgia Tech, who's 9-1. Georgia Tech nearly lost last week. Pittsburgh, they can upset Georgia Tech. That's going to be a good game at Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta. Tickets, $114 is the lowest ticket price for that one, compared to the KU Iowa State game. Lowest ticket is $7 for that. That's a big difference right there. And then the other game of note is another Big 12 game, BYU and Cincinnati. The Big 12 has the majority of the good matchups this weekend, and it is the conference's time to shine. They need their top teams to get the job done. BYU needs to win on the road. Houston needs to beat TCU at home. Arizona State needs to take care of business against Colorado. Utah needs to beat Kansas State at home. But it's the time for, a team like Kansas State to on ESPN2 at 3 o'clock in the afternoon to turn some heads and make people realize what K-State fans have been saying is, if things this and this could have been just a little bit different, we'd be talking about K-State in the conversation for the college football playoffs. So that's how close we are to that. We'll take a break, come back, talk a little bit about the NFL, and then do the picks for the week. This is Ridin' the Pine right here on Dry River Radio. It's presented by AAA Pawn and Armory, 132 West Kansas in Garden City. Graph Inc. is your printing solution nationwide and the only place I do my printing business. Hello everyone, it's me, Joey Dean. When I need business cards, flyers, banners, or even just graphic design, I call on my friends at Graph Inc. They can print you pretty much anything and have it arrive at your door in short order. Scale tickets, carbon sheets, or whatever you need printed. The professionals at Graph Inc. will make sure that you're putting your best foot forward. They're a 24/7 printer too, so don't worry if it's 7 p.m. on a Friday. They will still make sure you're taken care of. Find them online at gigc.us. The only place I trust for my printing needs is Graph Inc. First National Bank in Cimarron is more than just ATMs and checking accounts. First National Bank also offers online banking with bill pay, savings accounts, IRAs, CDs, safe deposit boxes, debit cards, and an experienced loan department, specializing in agriculture, commercial, personal, home mortgages, and refinancing loans. See them in Cimarron and Eagles, or visit them at www.fnbcimarron.com. First National Bank in Cimarron and Ingalls, serving our community since 1929. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Heard of a pub crawl? How about a cocoa crawl?
Ho, ho, ho!
Join the Cimarron Community Empowerment Board for a heartwarming community event. Sip, stroll, and support local Cimarron businesses Tuesday, December 2nd from 3:30 to 6. Just $5 to register early or day of at the Cimarron City Hall. You'll receive a blackout board, and if you hit every stop and reach the Cimarron Rec Center to meet Santa with a blacked out board, you'll get a free prize.
Ho, ho, ho!
The first 50 people to register get to play for free thanks to Mayor Benton. Register early at the Cimarron City Hall. It's the Cimarron Cocoa Crawl, Tuesday, December 2nd from 3:30 to 6 p.m.
Ho, ho, ho! I'll see you there!
You may not know this yet, but your weekend breakfast spot is about to be the same place you take the family out of an evening. That's right, we're talking about Golden Corral, the same buffet that serves steak, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and everything else you love. Transforms on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings from 8 to 11 to the best breakfast buffet around. Omelet station, hash browns, breakfast casserole, waffles, cinnamon rolls, biscuits, and gravy. Oh man, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Of course, you can visit Golden Corral all week long, and you should. But if you really want to get your day going, you want to stop in for breakfast at Golden Corral Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning, or go to goldencorral.com and order GC on the go anytime. Golden Corral, 1727 East Kansas Plaza in Garden City. At Bank 7, they believe that if you help build a stronger community, you build a stronger bank. They're committed to acting with the highest level of integrity in everything they do and in every relationship with their customers. Whether you want a one-on-one relationship with your banker or 24/7 mobile banking access, Bank 7 in Montezuma or Copeland is there for you. For more info, visit bank7.com. Bank 7, their best investment is you. Member FDIC. Bank 7 is a proud supporter of the South Gray Rebels.
Hello everyone, it's me Harrison, and I want to tell you about Spike's Cafe. Have you tried them out yet? If not, then you are missing out. Not only do they have fantastic breakfast and awesome lunch specials, but they also cater and have a food truck. So there is no excuses for not eating Spike's Cafe. They are open Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And on Ingles Home Football Friday, they stay open until 6. So go visit them today on Main Street or visit them on Facebook. Spike's Cafe, only in Ingles, Kansas.
If you need a place to cash your paycheck or are looking for a little extra cash, stop by AAA Pawn and Armory. AAA Pawn and Armory has a wide selection of slightly used items such as TVs, guitars, golf clubs, tools, jewelry, and more. They also have a large inventory of rifles, shotguns, and handguns, as well as ammo in stock. So whether you are looking for your next firearm, TV, or other item, or you just need to cash a check or pawn something for a little extra money, don't go anywhere but AAA Pawn and Armory, 132 West Kansas Avenue in Garden City.
Welcome back, bench warmers. Joey Dean hanging out with you on a Friday, final segment of the program. It's Ridin the Pine, presented by AAA Pawn and Armory, 132 West Kansas in Garden City. I got a text on the text line from Steve, my drummer. He's like, I heard that. Don't make fun of me because I'm an old man. Yeah, you've earned the right to complain, my friend, because you are old. Yes, we will acknowledge that. Love the guys in the band. We talk so much trash. It's very good that we have a private band chat because if you all saw some of the things that we say to each other or some of the memes that get shared, you'd have some questions about our mental well-being. If we're not all there, we'll fully admit none of us are all there. So we're playing music in our 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. We're all 30 plus, 35 plus, I think, and playing music. That tells you right there we're mentally unstable anyway. So and now we got H roped into it. And my wife does it, fills in for Rob sometimes on the bass. So you got the family aspect of it. You should question our mental health for sure. In the NFL, you should question a lot of things, especially who is who in the AFC. I have heard so many arguments, and I'm not, defending the Colts. I'm a Colts fan, but I'm not going to apologize for the schedule that they had. But I've heard, well, who'd they beat? They haven't beat anybody. They're 8-2. They haven't beat anybody. Neither has anybody else. The Patriots are 9-2. The Broncos are 9-2. That's your three top teams in the AFC. The teams that you want to be the top teams, the teams that you think are the quote-unquote good teams in the conference. Buffalo lost last night to the Texans. They're 7-4. Baltimore, 5-5. They had an abysmal start to the season. Kansas City, 5-5. They had a rough start to the season. Teams ahead of them, Jacksonville, 6-4. Houston, 6-5. Like, those teams are ahead of Baltimore and Kansas City right now. The AFC is bad, okay? The AFC, there is no runaway good team. There is no team like the Eagles last year on the NFC side of things. There's no team like the Chiefs in years past or the Patriots in years past or even the Broncos in recent memory. There's no just runaway good team in the AFC. Everybody is equally flawed. And the Patriots, the Colts, the Broncos, they've taken advantage of the schedule that they had and taken advantage of the flaws of those teams that you expect to be or you think that are the quote-unquote good teams in the AFC. There's not such a thing. Everybody's got flaws. Even those 9-2, those two lost teams, they've got flaws as well. They'll get exposed down the stretch. The top team from this conference is probably going to have 4 losses. Whereas, you go to the AFC, The Eagles have flaws, but they're probably one of the more complete teams in the NFC side of things. The Rams are quiet 8-2. The Seahawks are 7-3. The Niners are 7-4. That West division is stacked. Trying to figure out what the. There we go. A weird little hissing sound in my headset, and I think it was going out over the air too, but it went away now. I think it was just the connection on this microphone. The Bears are suddenly 7-3. Who expected that? Would you consider the Bears a very, very good team? I wouldn't. There's maybe the Eagles and the Rams you could consider head and shoulders better than other teams, but it's pretty even behind that in the NFC. There's a lot of decent teams in the NFL. There's a lot of parity in the NFL. And that was on display last night. And Josh Allen and the Bills are not as good as what you thought they were at the beginning of the season. That I've been saying since the beginning of the season. I've been repeating over and over. The Bills are not that good. And there's proof. Last night, they couldn't get it done against a very good Texans defense, but sacked 8 times and 2 interceptions from Josh Allen. 8 sacks for a mobile quarterback. That's too many to give up. What was it, a couple games ago, or maybe it was the Broncos game? The Chiefs gave up 5 sacks. It's too many. You can't give up that many sacks. So the Bills have a lot to figure out. The Chiefs have a lot to figure out. The Ravens have a lot to figure out. And there's a chance that we might have a postseason without all 3. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Buffalo's going to get in. And either Baltimore or Kansas City is going to get in. After they had that matchup earlier in the year, I said both of them would be playoff teams. And there's still a chance that both of them are. Because the Ravens could still win the AFC North, as they are just a game back of the Steelers. And I got questions about the Steelers. So do Steelers fans. So it's still very possible all 3 could get in, but there is a possibility that all 3 could not make the playoffs, which would just be absolutely insane, wouldn't it? Go to the picks of tonight's show. Big thank you to everybody who's listened. Don't forget you can podcast it wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify or Amazon or whatever. Just search for Ridin the Pine. I'll have the episode up later this afternoon, and then, of course, you can watch it on our YouTube channel, and it's archived on our website, dryriverservices.com. Last night, Texans 23-19 winners over the Bills. Sunday games, Steelers at Bears. You know what? Give me the Bears in this one. I like this matchup for the Bears. I'm not a huge fan of the Bears moving forward. I think that they're going to get exposed, but hey, I'm not confident in the Steelers in the least. Give me the Bears. This is going to be a gruesome game. Soldier Field. That's the place to be. Patriots at the Bengals. Give me the Patriots. Giants at the Lions. I will take the Lions. That's a must-win for the Lions. Packers hosting the Vikings. Give me the Packers in that one. Seahawks at the Titans. I'll take the Seahawks. Colts and Chiefs. This is an interesting one. The Colts coming off the bye. They're 8-2. They've been tested a little bit. I think the Chiefs have their back to the wall, though. Spags is going to come up with something big defensively. Daniel Jones is going to be running for his life. The key to this game is going to be what Jonathan Taylor can do with the run game. And then on the opposite side, can Kansas City find a run game? That's been a struggle so far this year for the Chiefs. They need that run game to show up. They need Andy Reid to call some damn run plays is what they need. So this one's going to be a tight one. I'm going to take the Chiefs at home. I think that's going to play into it, and I think the fact that the Chiefs have their backs against the wall, this is a must-win for Kansas City if they want to make the postseason. They have to win this game. This would be a big win for the Chiefs. It'd be a loss for the Colts, which stinks for them, but they're still will have a game cushion at least on the Jags. Jets at Ravens. I will take the Ravens in a must-win game. Browns at Raiders. Who cares? Other than it's Schroeder Sanders going to get the start against Geno Smith. Yeah, this is ugly, ugly. I've been trying to peer pressure, guilt trip, gaslight one of my friends that I play this week in fantasy football into starting Sanders. I told him that I would not start a quarterback if he started Sanders. Just trade that off right there. And he hasn't taken the bait yet, but he did pick Sanders up off the wire to think about it. It's either Sanders or Baker Mayfield that I'll go against. I've got Brock Purdy that I can start on Monday either way, so I don't care. I also clinched the number 1 seed already, so it's whatever. He's fighting for a playoff spot, but yeah, I'm trying to have some fun in the waning weeks of the regular season. The Jags at the Cardinals. I will take the Jags in that one. Eagles at Cowboys. Give me the Eagles. Falcons at Saints. I will take the Saints at home. Spencer Rattler and company. I'm going to take them. The Bucks at Rams. This is going to be a good one. Matthew Stafford looking to go to 9-2 on the year. He has been phenomenal this season, as has the Rams offense. I think Baker Mayfield and the Bucks, though, pull the upset on Sunday Night Football. I think it's going to be a tight game, and they've done it all year long. Give me the Bucks in the upset. And then Monday Night Football, the 6-5 Panthers. How in the hell did the Panthers get to 6-5? They take on the 7-4 49ers on the road. Monday Night Football, give me the 49ers. The K-State Wildcats take on Utah. That is 3 o'clock, ESPN2 tomorrow. Give me K-State in the upset. That's right. I'm calling for the upset. Give me the Wildcats. And Kansas at Iowa State. As badly as I want to take my Jayhawks 11 a.m. FS1 tomorrow, I just don't think they're going to get the job done. I think Iowa State wins that one. That'll do it for the show today. Big thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to stream it if you're on a streaming platform for podcasts or whatever. And, of course, you can always go to dryriverservices.com and find episodes as well. We will talk to you again next week. This has been Riding the Pine presented by AAA Pawn and Armory right here on Dry River Radio.